Hello everyone. During the outbreak of COVID 19, our prayers are with all the people who are affected, and our gratitude and a big thank to all the frontline healthcare providers and admin team who are playing an important role in securing lives. This is once in a lifetime event, once in a century event, something we have not faced before, and the sectors of the economy that are most vulnerable and are going to be disrupted the most are those that haven't had much disruptions for the last 50 or 100 years, such as healthcare and school education. We are already seeing it in the healthcare, but in school education, although the online system has started, we are yet to feel how this is going to fundamentally alter the way schools function. And a part of the way this disruption is happening is because we have built systems which are not adaptable and resilient. Indian schools have taught students the same way for the last hundreds of years, and to do so, we have built an infrastructure and model that runs on a very high operating leverage or fixed cost. These facilities, infrastructure, faculties which are dedicated to certain discipline are not very adaptable to the changing circumstances, and so all of a sudden one big change is going to be the rise of online education. Many faculties have never dealt with that. There will be changes in the kind of education which will be offered over the next decade because the demand for certain discipline is going to decline and of other disciplines is going to increase. So it is very important for schools to be more flexible and adaptable in the way they deploy their resources. And so it's a big change, something we have never experienced and hopefully will never experience again. But what it has done is exposed our big vulnerability, which is very high operating leverage and a lot of fixed cost. If you look at the school infra, we have buildings, transport services, we have admin facilities, dining halls, lab, auditorium. All these are ancillary to education system, but they consume a lot of resources. Now, the question is, what will happen if we go online where we don't have students on campus or we have fewer students on campus? Our facilities are not scalable, so this is a challenge that every school is going to face, and I think the ones that will do the best are the ones who are ahead and are developing systems that are more resilient and adaptable. I appreciate the efforts of Indian government headed by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, under which the Ministry of Human Resource and regulators of the education sector, especially CBSE, which took proactive steps and is promoting platforms and models which are designed to hold hands of schools in these difficult and unprecedented times. They have issued balanced orders, which is a help in this difficult time to the parents of students on the economic front, and also these orders take care of the economic interest of the large teaching community, which is kept fully engaged into conducting online education as well as undergoing online teacher trainings even during the lockdown and quarantine periods, so that the students of the nation do not lose valuable times. Naturally, the community that is responsible to shape the future of India deserved it. Platforms like Shagun by HRD Ministry, Diksha and Saransh by CBSE, and Pathshala by NCERT are truly world class and have improved rating of Indian education on the global platform. It will surely go a long way in redefining the school education system in India. With all these arrangements, I think learning of students will continue even if due to COVID 19 schools do not operate with students on campus, as the most important thing is health and safety of our children. I am very optimistic because we have an amazing group of faculties. So if you think what is one of the most important capital in a school, it is the expertise of our faculties, and it's a soft capital which is not listed in any accounting statement or balance sheet, but it's the most crucial capital that we have. And what we have to do is to concentrate on how do we deploy it, how do we leverage it, and how do we deliver it for a much better student experience. That's what going to be challenging, but I am very optimistic as we have all the resources to execute it. At Omni Education, we pick and choose those technologies which make the teacher as well as the student more efficient and productive, which brings about more curiosity levels in the students, and at the same time they find it more playful to learn. This certainly ensures better learning outcomes. The interactive and digital way of learning creates a vibrant knowledge sharing experience, and I am very happy to see that all the teachers and students of the Omni School have fully adopted to the new normal of the education sector.